mine site.
You gotta stop for a second, Bob.
Yes, sir.
Wait for everybody to get here.
Okay. So, Bob and Peggy, take it away. We're standing in your hole. We want the holy truth.
There's gold here, and it's everywhere. Where we're finding the majority of it is in these flood zones, where these bigger rocks came in the river, and then you have fractured back in here. The gold is in this area down to this bleachy level. And this is the stuff you can find the pickers on when you get through this. So this is one flood zone layer. Over here, where the Ldma outing dirt, there's actually two flood layers that I've seen coming through there. But they look the same. So you'll see this, you may see some smaller material between it, and then another layer of river rock.
So, Bob, when you're in here, you're kind of picking and shoveling. You're loosening it up, and you got this great processing plant. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
And then it looks like you're also coming back and vacuuming up.
Correct. Our method is picking this out, taking our broom, sweeping it, putting it in one of these feed scoops, putting it in a bucket and running it through the dry wash. Sweeping allows us to break it out in between the rocks. Because when you get down to this lower level, you can see the caliche turned into like cement. And the gold will be sitting on the top of this caliche level. This is a different level than this level.
What about underneath? I see some root structure underneath the caliche. Are you finding anything below it?
Yes. There was a little waterfall that I uncovered here. I found this by taking this section down and following the direction the rocks were pointing that the water came from. Came back up. This cap right here has like dolomite, or dominite, however you say it, sitting between this hard level and all this other caliche that came in much later covered it up. So we've been uncovering it and moving in the direction of the water flow. So as you can see, it curved here and made a bowl. So we're just undigging the bowl, pulling it back, and mixing it with our run.
And what was the concept of punching down right here? You showed the other cement level that you've been picking, but why did you punch through?
Well, I started punching down there. I pulled that road back that everybody's driving on, and we found some pickers sitting on this false bedrock here. So I hit bottom there, and there was just, it was dust in it, and just micros, no big gold. So I punched here, micros. Now I've moved in here. The direction of this was flowing this way down. So I just backed up and kept following. I punched through there, ran 2 buckets. I got 2 mediums and 10 large smalls out of a 2-bucket run off the bottom, because I found some river rock sitting on another hard bank down there.
So what you're saying, Bob, just to understand it, when you're over here, even though the terrain is going up, the river below, so to speak, was running down, which is why you punched a little deeper here, and then in turn you punched down even further there, because underground it's going down.
That's what it's telling me. I haven't
Even
opened
though
it
we
up
have
enough yet.
a hill behind us.
Right.
And that's where we have to uncover the secret treasures, because it's not what you see on top, it's what's down below.
Right. Just follow the water, the rocks will point. When water's moving, the heavy backside will lay in the direction, the top and the bottom will lay in the direction the water flows. You can see like this rock here is laid and it's pointing in a circular direction. And all these rocks will start matching up. So I can look back and get a look at you, and I see these rocks bending and turning. So I'll just follow them, and for example, I sit down and we pulled this back, and then I ran into this real large rock down here. Now the opening that I had, there was a caliche wall on the back of this, and I'm looking at that rock and the wear on it. I needed a much larger water source to do that damage. So I peeled this wall back, and it's starting to open up here. where I'm seeing more water could have possibly came through here to support this type of wear on these rocks that are buried in here. So if I'm going to open that hole up, I started over here yesterday opening this up because I want to see if that continues through and continues in this direction that these upper layers were flowing.
Now you read ground like a book.
Now this pillar here, we left here for a marker for us because we know where the heavy rocks were laid coming off of this pillar. This pillar has gold in it. It's not big gold, but we will break it down a little at a time and add it to this flood layer. So we're increasing our gold each run. So we always get gold in each and every clean out we've ever run here. So,
Any other questions for Bob? Y'all understand, so now we go get somewhere else?
So just to make sure I'm understanding, when you're seeing the rounded rocks, that's telling you water.
Come over here and look at that.
and if you look at these rocks, when I pop them up, how I know I reach a layer is it'll have water, where water has rounded it and smoothed it some.
Yes.
But when you pop it up, it's rough on the bottom.
Right.
The water never got under that rock
Only rolled over it.
for that layer. When I pop it, like I'm starting to work on this one, I expect it to be this way underneath it. But what's under that layer is where I punch this hole.
Okay.
So I want to know what, as I go down, what I got, as I go up, as I spread out. And mostly we follow the rocks, and you can see this little stream coming down here.
Yeah.
Well, this was covered by all this other cleaching. So we just peeled it down to that layer. We sweep it off. We'll go back and vacuum it. And we get gold out of it.
So just because we hit one layer of caliche doesn't mean stop.
Exactly.
No, there are
That's good to know.
layer to layer to layer all the way down.
I was wondering that last time we were out here digging. We didn't get that far, but I was telling everybody, I bet there's another layer further
That's the different
down.
layers of caliches that came in under different times.
Right.
And they stacked on.
That's good to know.
Caliche, when it's wet, is like glue.
Get a volunteer that knows
It
how to
rolls
dance.
as the water pushes it. As the water slows down, it slows down and flattens out. But everything it touches while it's rolling, it picks it up and wraps it in.
Mel,
Understand there's really two types of caliche?
No.
Does everybody know that?
No.
You see right in here where it's really smooth and hard?
Yeah.
That stuff has been sitting there for so long it's almost like cement.
Right.
You see this pile right here?
When you let it dry out,
It just comes
it'll
apart.
just start coming apart. So when I carry my buckets out, I'm stepping on all this stuff, loosening it. And then we go back and we sweep it up and we vacuum it. Anybody that knows us out here mining, that's our tools right there.
Well, see, we were talking about that last night. Now I can see what you mean.
Yeah, these
Yeah.
are the layers, and you can see where we pulled the smooth out on top, the rough on bottom. This was sitting on a layer like that. Water ran over it.
Okay.
So gold cat, I'm looking for those, people call them garnets. And I'm chasing those as I'm looking for it. But I'm usually following this water. And you can see where it come down here at one time and stopped. And these tailings are sitting on this puppy. So they didn't take this, but I'm finding gold in it. So I will take all of this and have been ever since we come here. So
Bob, Peggy, thank you so very much for sharing your whole
Yeah,
Thank you.
and the
thanks.
whole truth.
but whole truth, I want everybody to get gold.
You want a sweet?
What did you do? You bad, bad water, you. Or maybe it's not that kind of bad. Maybe it's like, that's some bad water right there. You better watch out. That's some badass water. Or maybe it just means you can't drink it. Right?
Yeah, so he's used to, not used to red.
Alright, I'll tell you what. I'll meet you tomorrow morning.
Fired out, ready to go.